Let's pull up K-State's football schedule.
Okay.
All righty. K-State opens the season next Saturday, August 31st, at home, 6 o'clock against UT Martin. I think both of us are picking K-State to win that game. Pretty big.
Yeah, absolutely.
1-0. K-State then goes to Tulane the following weekend at 11 a.m.
Wow.
I don't like already like how quickly K-State goes on the road against a team that they got some studs, man. I know they have a new coach.
Yeah, listen. People that
K-State to win, but it's gonna be a close game, man. 3 to 10 points somewhere in there.
The Tulane discussion. The shining or gleaming hope about this is that they don't have their coach that really turned around this team. So it'll be interesting to see what the structure is going to, like the team is going to be like without that coach. That coach was incredible for that team. He's no longer there. I think he's with Houston now, right?
He is at Houston.
He's with Houston
Fritz.
now.
Willie
yeah.
Fritz.
So now we got to look to Houston. Maybe there's something there going to happen with that team. But in terms of Tulane, and we're at Tulane, it's one of those things where you got to be like cautiously optimistic that we can get in there and get it done. So,
absolutely,
I have the win over them.
Okay, and then K-State comes back home on Friday the 13th. Freaky things are happening against Arizona, who is picked 3rd or 4th in the Big 12 here. 7 o'clock, man. This is a scary game against a scary team that came out of nowhere last year, man. But I feel like the home crowd is going to play a factor in this game. I got K-State winning by 14 in this game. I do. We'll talk about it more as we get into the season. Maybe they're playing better or worse than we thought. I got K-State starting 3-0.
Yes, I do as well, and I think you're absolutely right about the home crowd factor. I think K-State fans are going to show up big for this game, solely due to the fact that this is technically not a Big 12 conference game, but we know this is a conference game, and not just any conference game. This is a conference game introducing a new school from the Pac-12 coming in to K-State. We have to we have to send a message in this game. So I'm thinking the K-State fans are going to come out, show out, and I think the team is going to come out and show out for sure.
I want to say every game is sold out. The only things left are standing room only. So,
I'm talking about like we're going to be loud.
It's going to be loud in there. It's going to be loud in there. Both of us have K-State starting 3-0. BYU at BYU the following weekend. I think that's Praise Fest weekend for you, bud. BYU is picked 13th in the Big 12 out of 16 teams. I don't see any reason K-State should drop this game unless they're looking ahead to Oklahoma State or there's some hangover from Arizona. I got K-State winning this game by 10.
This is a sneaky game. This is a sneaky game. This BYU was very, very happy they didn't play K-State last year as their introduction to the Big 12. They were the fans were like, thank God we don't have to play against K-State. But we're going to their home turf, and we cannot be the thing about BYU is that they're so far out there, and so jet lag can be an issue, can be a factor, and they do play late games, so we'll have to see. Like with this game, I have K-State winning. I'm not entirely sure how much we're going to win. This could be a close game just due to the fact that we're in an environment that can get very loud.
It's a big stadium, man. I think it's the biggest one in the Big 12 now.
Yeah. With Dallas or with Austin, with Austin not being in the Big 12 anymore.
Yeah, with Oklahoma and Texas being gone. Yeah, in the new Big 12, they have the biggest stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, so we both have K-State starting 4-0. And then we have a team coming in, Oklahoma State, picked 3rd in the Big 12. This is a massive game. I feel like K-State coaches, fans, and players are still pissed off about last year.
Yeah.
I don't see.
We can't wait. I
think K-State's going to stomp Oklahoma State. I really do. I understand Oklahoma State is bringing back a whole line. They got Ollie Gordon. I understand all of that. I just think K-State is going to be really mad and upset. I got K-State winning. It's 3 scores. 3 scores. I was
Yeah,
going to say 3 touchdowns, but I'm going to say 3 scores.
this is going to be this is going to have to be the biggest statement game of the season. I think our biggest issue with Oklahoma State is that we just can't win in Stillwater.
Yeah.
We've been able to beat them before at home, no problem. But for whatever reason, Stillwater is like a curse with Chris Kleinman. But
It is.
yeah. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and say Oklahoma State will win. It's going to be a good game. I'm hoping that Ollie Gordon doesn't get too much done on our team. I know he's going to get something done, but we can't allow any big plays. K-State's got the win over OSU.
5-0. 5-0. This next game it's a tricky game. I'm not buying the hype for Colorado at all. They're picked 11th for a reason. They got some playmakers on the team, but their defense isn't very good. They're not real
The internet is
disciplined.
out. Oh, there.
They're not very disciplined. Colorado isn't. They're picked 11th, like I said.
Yeah.
I got K-State winning this game. I don't know what the score is. It might be a close game because they have a high-powered offense. It could be a blowout, but either way, I got K-State winning this game. I don't see any way K-State walks out of Colorado without winning. Boulder.
Yep.
Boulder,
This is a K-State dub for sure. And then yeah, I agree with you, man. Everything you said there.
Next up is probably the biggest or second biggest road game of the season at West Virginia. West Virginia is picked 7th in the Big 12, but it feels like a lot of people are picking them to beat K-State in this game. I don't know if I'm ready to pick against K-State at this point. I don't know what the injuries would look like. West Virginia is going to have a pumped up crowd. If they beat Penn State, I might be buying the sauce and maybe they could beat K-State that weekend. But I'm still at this point, August 23rd, I'm picking K-State to win that game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what the score is, but I got K-State winning.
Yep, I agree. I literally everything you just said, I 100% agree with. And that weekend will be the last weekend that you and I will have for volleyball.
You're right. You're right. And this would be K-State's first 7-0 start since 2012. We know what happened that season. Heisman Trophy candidate, Big 12 championship. We'll see if that happens, but we are picking K-State to be 7-0. This back half of the season, the last 5 games, feels like the first 7, was difficult. But I got K-State beating KU at home. Tickets are going for $200+. But after that, I got K-State winning at Houston, at home against Arizona State, Cincinnati. Then at Iowa State would be the only game that I would feel like K-State might lose. So looking at the rest of the schedule, I'm going to look past KU. I know that's weird. I still think KU is going to win 9 games. I got K-State going. Man, it would really suck if we lost at Iowa State after being 11-0. But I'm going to pick K-State to be 11-1.
I really don't want this to be
Iowa State.
I do not want this to be a situation where we are undefeated going into like Baylor and then losing to Baylor. Like, I don't want this to be a repeat of what that year was like. So, but I agree with what you said. I think the back half is just going to be, and I don't want this to be a situation where we overlook every team because the first half is so stacked that we just like forget that we have games to play still. So I'm going to just go ahead and agree with what you said. Wins across the board. I'm calling for an undefeated season.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Undefeated regular season. If Utah was in this schedule and it was at Utah, I would almost say K-State doesn't win that game. But
so we both have K-State going to the Big 12 championship game because 11-1 or 12-0 is good enough to get there. Now, does K-State win that game against whoever it is, Utah or someone else? I say yes, and hope
I say yes
in making the college football playoff. So 12-0 and 11-1 is our official predictions for K-State football in 2024. That's insane. I can't believe I picked K-State to have a better or to have a worse record than you because usually I'm the homer.